Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Tuesday, March 17th, 2026 meeting of the City of Oldsmar City Council. Call this meeting to order. We will begin our meeting with our invocation and pledge of allegiance led by our city attorney, Mr. Tom Trask, who has a lovely tie today. I like that. Very nice, very nice.
Father in heaven, we seek blessings on the tasks before us. Bless our efforts with clear insight, our deliberations with wisdom, our work with clarity and accuracy, and our decisions with impartiality. We gather to make decisions for our community. May we use only our best skills and judgment, keeping ourselves impartial and neutral as we consider the matters and merits before us, and always act in accordance with what is in the best interest of the city of Oldsmar. And this we pray. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on our agenda is our open forum. Each speaker will be recognized once for a 5-minute presentation on any subject that is not a public hearing. We do have a public hearing, item number 7 this evening. If you have comments on item number 7, please hold them until that item is called. Do we have anybody on this side of the room that wishes to address the council? Hello, dear.
Rhonda Coy, 317 Country Club Drive, Oldsmar, Florida, and welcome. I just wanted to say that and invite anyone who would like to attend our sunrise service on Easter Day, sunrise at 7 o'clock. It's at the Veterans Park. There's going to be a number of churches there, so Community Methodist is not the only one. There'll be a number of them, and bring your own chair, but and we will have coffee there, so you have some refreshments if it gets a little chilly or something. And then afterwards, we invite the whole city to a breakfast at the church hall. So Manahan Hall, following the sunrise service, please come by. I also want to mention that because I live on the other side of Lafayette, and because they're lining the pipes, but it would have been nice if everybody had known ahead of time that the intersections and so forth were going to be closed. But I do have to say, I think it's been rectified. We still don't have signage or that, but they've been much more nicer when we go through there. So kudos for letting them know after we let you all know. But thank you so very much. You all do a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda. Anybody else on this side of the room? Okay, anybody on this side of the room wish to address the council? Yes, ma'am. Oh, sorry, you're next, Tom. Come on up.
Tom Price, 418 Arlington Avenue East. Two things I wanted to bring up tonight. One, I seem to be the golf cart liaison between city council and golf cart owners. So I've had a few calls in the last couple of weeks questioning the fact that they were told that golf carts weren't allowed in any of the parks, such as taking a ride down to the beach or going, and not on the park property or on the grass, but just in the parks. And so the Veterans Park, where you just go down and park and we'll walk around. And the whole thing in 2013, and that each of you have what was presented in 2013, was the fact that the parks were the reason for people that have golf carts and families to be able to go to the parks and have a picnic or launch their kayaks, and it became part of the community. So either the ordinance changed without notification, or maybe the deputies that were patrolling and gave the warnings out weren't aware of that they are allowed in the parks, just not on the sidewalks, not on the grass. So I just wanted to bring that to the attention of the council. And then also, something I haven't heard for a while, and it's been nice, speed bumps. The ones on Lafayette are working. Unfortunately, they're putting everybody over on Arlington. And the traffic has always been bad on Arlington since the speed bumps went up. And there's cars that go down Arlington at 35, 45 miles an hour. And at my intersection is a little bit of a bump, and I think they like to go fast to see if they get airborne or whatever. Don't understand that. There's a lot of kids on Arlington and a lot of pets, and adults. But just wanted to bring that up. Don't want to put speed bumps out. I don't know if we could get the county sheriff to put the speed sign out for a week or so to just let people know how fast they are going down. And I believe it's a 25-mile-an-hour street. I'm not positive, but they're certainly not doing 25 miles an hour. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Anyone else on this side of the room? Yes, ma'am.
Amber Stevens, 318 Lafayette Boulevard. Good evening, council. So first I want to say I really enjoyed the Oldsmar Little League soft opening. It was not the same as the Grand Slam ceremony, but I enjoyed watching all of you be able to throw out your pitch. We missed you. Sorry. Maybe next time.
Maybe.
And this past weekend, my family and I participated in what I would call a reverse triathlon. So we participated in the Armadillo 5K, and I'm proud to say that we all placed in our age division. That was a milestone for our family. We've never done that before. And another milestone for me is I am proud to say I placed second in my age division. I will wear this with pride because I did it with a stroller. I've never done that before. If anyone's pushed it with a stroller, you know that adds time. So every year I've done it, I'm like, I didn't win because of the stroller. I didn't win because of the stroller. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to do it this year. No excuses. And I did it. So I'm proud of myself for that. And I also want to shout out to Coach Kyle. He's been doing the Oldsmar track program at the rec center. And he's been working with my son. And my son actually had the fastest time in our family. He had under 30 minutes time, so 40-minute pace. And that's incredibly well for a 6-year-old, so very, very proud of him. And yeah, after the Armadillo run, we went to Sheffield and biked there and flew our kites for kite day. And then we went back and swam. So that was our reverse triathlon. So happy triathlon. I like the tie, Mr. Trask.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that wishes to address the council? I think that's your cue, George. Give us just a moment for our young people. I think there's a special performance coming.
No, nobody else is up today. So I'll do something first while one of our cast members is trying to get ready. Hello, Suda Yanis Cologne. Which titles am I wearing today? Director of Opal Theater and the president of Oldsmar Friends of the Arts. I'm going to start off stalling a little bit. I'm going to let you guys know about a great event that we're running now and is coming up. This year, our 5th annual Mardi Gras Gala, usually if I do it to the right direction, it's a littler poster today, sorry. We did fully virtual this year. There was a lot going on, and we decided to try fully virtual. So we actually have our online site, and we have a lot of great sponsors and people that are supporting us. We have some wonderful auction items. You can actually go in and see those auction items at myminiauction.com/Oldsmar Friends of the Arts. I have little posters if anybody would like a copy to help support us. This is raising money to cover the cost of the performances that we do once or twice a year. This year we'll have 2. We'll have another one in November. And our last one was Alice in Wonderland, which had a great audience of over 200 people. And we're looking forward to having our next one. We have our big ticket items, which we're trying to announce all over the United States. The ride of a lifetime in a MiG-21 jet fighter plane. Dr. Chipman at Atlanta's Clinic, who is the pilot and has trained pilots, has actually donated a portion. So we've got big ticket items, and we've got wonderful baskets and all kinds of great items. So would anybody like, here, I need Nina, pass these out if anybody would like a little flyer. We would appreciate your support. And we will be closing our event with a online live feed on February 17th at 7 p.m. I'm sorry. George, I'm going to need my glasses, sweetie. Thank you. Okay. Can't read the fine print. Our site is open now, and our auction, we have all kinds of gift cards, baskets, got lots of fine wine, all while you relax from home with your phone, laptop, or computer. Or you can join us in person at Tico Hall on Friday, April 3rd. We will conclude our event with a live feed. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. If you'd like to come in person, we're going to have some light snacks. You can watch performances by our students and watch bidding as it closes at 8 p.m. Our Facebook page will show the live feed, and that's Oldsmar Friends of the Arts on the Facebook. And we also offer door prizes for anyone coming in, and we'll conclude with our final pickup of winners' auction items that night. So this is a great little event. We're still doing everything that we did at that time. We just didn't get together this time. So it is, and I've got another computer under me here. So let's see, it looks like I've got them all ready, or ready enough for now. All right, Mr. George, would you come over here? Can I turn the timer off for that, because that was one issue? No, we got to come up here, baby. Sorry. Can we start the timer again, because that was another person speaking, or do you have to keep me under the 5 minutes?
Mayor, that's up to you.
Just go ahead.
We're going to go over.
Go ahead and turn it off.
Thank you for working with us. I was trying to get Jeff in here to do that announcement, so it came from a different person, but he couldn't get here after work quick enough. All right, we need this up first, and you can't start yet. This is why I need this, baby. Okay, do apologize for that. Good evening, Mayor, council members, and staff. Again, my name is Suda Yantis Cologne, 402 Arlington Avenue East in our beautiful town of Oldsmar. And I'm here tonight again as the director of Opal Theater and president of Oldsmar Friends of the Arts, the producers of our wonderful Opal Theater performances. I would like to bring in some guests to show you what we have in store for you tonight. And if we got our volumes up, I hope I don't blast everybody out with this.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Give me just one more!
Beetlejuice!
Congratulations! It's showtime! Hey, can everyone see me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some help! Ready? Okay!
Hi! He'll be your guide. He'll lead you where he eats to the other side. You need to know you see how he's the baby like Tiki.
Cheer squad, break it down!
The good news is you and your spouse starting your own house. Starting your house, starting to do what you just did in life. Starting to do yourself fire, yeah, to the night sky. And there's a lot of water and pond and you got it.
If we're gonna do this,
Stopping. Wonderful. Give them a little round of applause while I get things set up again here. Slide out. Slide out. Open up the center. Be on each side, please. We are excited to invite you and the entire community to our upcoming live performance of Beetlejuice Jr. It will be held on Saturday, March 28th at the Elizabeth Smith. George, I could use your help right here, buddy. At the Elizabeth Smith Amphitheater, because if we hold it in the right spot, he'll zoom in on it. So look at the picture, hold it with both hands, get it where they can see it, and he'll zoom in. Saturday, March 28th at the Elizabeth Smith Amphitheater, Ariels Park. Our cast of 18 incredibly talented local student performers have been working hard to bring this netherworldly adventure to life. This is a free event for all of our residents, and we are pairing it with a dinner and a show experience. Local vendors Pit Stop on Wheels Barbecue and Uncle Dave's Kettle Corn will be open starting at 7 p.m. with musical performance beginning promptly at 8 p.m. Most importantly, we want to thank the City of Oldsmar, this council, and the city staff. Your continued support of Oldsmar's performing arts programs enriches the lives of so many of our young residents and their families. This production is a direct result of that partnership between the city and the Oldsmar Friends of the Arts, our local 501c3 performing arts organization. We encourage everyone to bring their blankets and chairs to RE Olds Park or drive your golf cart down and park for great seats to what promises to be a fantastic night of music and community. For more details, you can visit opaltheater.com or ofota.org to help support these fantastic performances by our talented students. We want to thank you for your time tonight and for your ongoing commitment to the arts. We're going to have our cast hand out a few postcards. Go ahead. Get them out there quick because we're running out of our time. And we would like to also, before we get dinged,
Thank you so much.
get them
Great
first
job,
quickly
you
and then go
guys.
to the audience.
Great job.
And while they're handing out, we would like to invite council down for our usual photo that we love to share with everybody.
Thank you.
And I think council and staff should be coming down, don't you think, council? It's all you guys that work for us.
Plus, they're wearing green.
Ah, yes. I got my green. I got my Beetlejuice green. Yeah, let council all go behind. They're going to go in front. You're going to go back by council. Go right there by mayor. Go right there by the mayor that's directing people. Yeah, this is the hard way to get the photo. There you go. Back up, ladies.
You come back up.
That's looking good.
Annie, you're at the right
And Madison,
side.
you're going to kneel, Madison.
No, kneel, Maddie, because I can't see you. I'm in blue.
That's Kristen. That's Miss Kristen.
Kristen. There, right there.
There we
I
go.
gotcha. You're all in there.
Go up higher so
Okay,
you get the kids on the
ready?
ground.
One,
Get arms, baby.
2. I got you over here. Now we're there.
Thank you. Thank you very much, council. We're going to wrap it up here while you go back to your seats. I'd like to introduce, take that down some. I'd like to introduce the cast that was here tonight. Miss Minnie, give us a bow, Minnie. Ellie, Alessa, Jordan, Savannah, Anne, our dance assistants, Isabel and Madison, and featuring tonight Addison as Lydia and Robert as our Beetlejuice.
Great job, guys.
Big bow. Nice job, guys. Oh, wait, I never got a picture with you guys. Everybody show me Dean somewhere. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you for coming. Bye.
Thank you, council, for your
See you in
support
2
and
weeks.
the extra time. Okay, finish this and get out of the way. There we go. All right.
Great job.
Thank you. It's going to be a fantastic, and the music in it is so great. Hip hop, salsa, everything you can think of. Thank you, folks.
Thank you. The next item on our agenda is our community minute, which will be read by our city clerk, Ms. Kristen Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor. The Pinellas County People First Hurricane Recovery Program will have a site visit to Oldsmar. Case managers from the county's storm recovery program will be setting up an application help center to assist residents, businesses, and landlords with applying for grant monies available. And that will be held on Tuesday, April 14th, 10 to 1, and Wednesday, April 15th, 4 to 7 at State Street Center. Patriotic Photo Contest. Submissions are due on Friday, May 29th. Capture the spirit of America to help celebrate our country's 250th birthday by submitting your most patriotic photos. Photographers ages 16 and up are encouraged to submit what American pride means to you, its landscapes, history, traditions, symbols, people, and celebrations. For details, visit oldsmarflorida.gov. Breakfast with the Bunny will be held this Saturday, March 21st at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. at State Street Center. Registration is required. through the Cypress Forest Recreation Center. An extravaganza will be held on Saturday, March 28th from 10 to 1 p.m. at RA Olds Park. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you so much, Kristen. Next on the agenda, we have approval of addition of new agenda items, items 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, and 13. The chair will entertain a motion to approve. So moved.
Second?
I have a motion, a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Sensing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. We have no awards and recognition tonight. We do have one item under our Community Redevelopment Agency. The CRA presentation of the annual report from Ms. Tatiana Childress. How are you, Tatiana?
Thank you. Good evening. I'm doing well, thank you. Tatiana Childress, City of Oldsmar Planning and Redevelopment Director. So this is our annual Community Redevelopment Agency Report, 2025 Annual Report. And it's only been a year. So this report is, I'll start with the reporting requirements. So under the Florida statutes, we're required to file this report every year by March 31st. So this report is being filed to document the annual redevelopment activities of the Oldsmar Community Redevelopment Agency for the fiscal year 2024-25, consistent with the Florida Statute 163-371. This report is required by the Community Redevelopment Act and must be submitted to the governing body on or before March 31st of each year. And within the Appendix A, we have a summary of unaudited financials. The audited financials will be available in April, and they will be part of the ACFR report, and they will be posted online. The final audit report will also be available at myoldsmar.com. I'll have a brief summary of the 2025 CRA project, and within the downtown redevelopment, we have the City Hall site and the Odeon site. We have St. Petersburg Drive Complete Streets project and the roundabout. We have the feasibility of the CRA extension, residential paint up and fix up grants, and the CRA architectural design standards. So, a brief summary on the City Hall site. So it's an 8-acre city-owned parcel located along State Road 580. And the efforts of the City Hall site redevelopment continued after negotiations with Woodfield Development were suspended. In 2024, the City Council selected Stanbury Development Group to develop the site, authorizing the city manager to negotiate. And in 2025, Stanbury Development presented an updated conceptual site plan, which was approved by City Council. This graphic here represents their updated conceptual site plan that was approved in November, but technically all the work leading towards this was in fiscal year 24-25. A few graphics highlighting the conceptual site plan. And next we have Odeon, the library site. So this is a mixed-use development consisting of 82 townhomes, including 18 live-work units adjacent to the city library. And in 2025, a groundbreaking ceremony marked the start of the construction for this project. The infrastructure phase is nearly complete, allowing vertical construction of the 2 model buildings, as you can see here in the photo. And the overall project is expected to reach full build-out over the next couple of years. For additional project on any of these redevelopment projects, you can go to the City of Oldsmar Downtown Redevelopment page, and you can click either on the City Hall site or the library site. Next, we have Complete Streets project. So this project enhances safety and roadway experience for all users through improved lighting, shared use sidewalks, landscaping, resurfacing, and on-street parking where feasible. In 2025, after only 1 bid was received for construction, the design was revised, updated plans approved, and the project is expected to be rebid in 2026 for construction. Next we have the feasibility of the CRA extension. In 2025, Oldsmar continued to work with JI consultants to evaluate the extension of the CRA beyond its 2026 sunset. The final report by JI was presented to the City Council in 2025, including financial projections, findings, and potential options. To date, the City Council has taken no further action on extending the CRA. The final report is available upon request with the City Clerk and also the Planning Department. So the city also continues to offer the Paint Up Fix Up grant program within the CRA, providing homeowners matching funds up to $1,000 for exterior home improvement and beautification project. For the list of items that are listed here, I also have a flyer here with me. If anybody's interested from the CRA, this could be distributed. The important part of this program, applications must be approved by the city before any work begins. And since program implementation, over 95 applications have been approved and more than 73,000 has been distributed to homeowners. Next, we have the CRA Architectural Design Standards Enforcement, and the city continues to enforce architectural design standards that are unique to the CRA. The key design characteristics of the residential home feature extended front porches, architectural details, and garages that are recessed at least 5 feet from the main facade. And this completes my presentation, so I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions for Tatiana? Okay. Thank you. so
Thank
much,
you.
Tatiana.
Thank
We really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have been more clear when I called the item. CRA stands for Community Redevelopment Agency. So every.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you so much, Tatiana.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have our consent docket, which will be read by our city clerk, Ms. Kristen Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor. Item 2, consider approval of the minutes of the March 3rd, 2026 council meeting. Item 3, consider approving payment to legal counsel for February 2026 legal services. Item 4, consider appointment of Ralph Richardson as a regular member of the Code Enforcement Board to fill an unexpired term expiring on March 1st, 2028. Item 5, consider a request for a proclamation recognizing April as Water Conservation Month in the city of Oldsmar. Item 6, consider authorizing the city manager to advertise invitation to bid 2026-006 ITB batting cage construction. And that's a reading of the consent docket, Mayor.
Thank you, Kristen. The chair will entertain a motion to approve the consent docket.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on any of these items?
Nope.
Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Our city attorney is up next.
Thank you, Mayor. Item number 7 on the agenda is the public hearing and first reading of ordinance 2026-04. I'm going to read that ordinance by title only. This is ordinance 2026-04, an ordinance of the city of Oldsmar, Florida, adding the definition for institutional uses to section 2.1 general of article 2 definitions, and amending subsections 5.5.2.1 intent and purpose of district and 5.5.2.3 conditional uses of subsection 5.5.2 C1 commercial neighborhood district, of section 5.5 retail sales and general services of article 5 zoning regulations of the land development code of the city of Oldsmar, to allow for institutional uses as a conditional use within the C1 district, and to reference the appropriate future land use designations of the residential medium and office within the land development code, to provide for consistency with the city's comprehensive plan, providing for conflict, providing for severability, providing for codification, and providing for an effective date of this ordinance. That was the first reading of ordinance 2026-04 by title only, and I believe that Tatiana has a presentation.
Thank you, Tom.
Yes.
Tatiana?
Thank you. Tatiana Childress again, City of Oldsmar Planning and Redevelopment Director. So this is code amendments to the City of Oldsmar Land Development Code, updating conditional uses within the commercial neighborhood C1 district, case CA 2601. A little bit of a background. So the City of Oldsmar received a text amendment request to allow institutional uses as conditional uses within the C1 commercial neighborhood zoning district. The institutional uses are not defined by the Land Development Code, and the request will include the following definition. Institutional uses, those facilities and services of a public, private, or quasi-public nature, including educational, medical, governmental, civil, and religious uses, such as schools, hospitals, courthouses, community centers, and churches. This definition is taken directly from the countywide rules for consistency with the countywide plan. This is the Oldsmar zoning map, and the pink peach color indicate here the C1 zoning district. You can see that we currently have only 3 locations. One location is on Pine Avenue. The other location is like where the herb shop is, the pet store. And then the third location is this entrance at the corner of State Road 580, and I believe it's Chestnut, so it's an undeveloped piece of land. The next map is the Oldsmar land use map, and as you can tell, there's a documented inconsistency between the land uses here. So we have on some of these parcels, we have residential medium as indicated in darker orange color here. And on other parcels, we have this commercial neighborhood. And a review of the C1 district identified this inconsistency between the zoning map and the land use map. And some of the C1 parcels, they have this residential medium future land use designation, whether others have commercial neighborhood, as I already mentioned. So this particular site, for instance, it has the C1 zoning and it has the residential medium land use designation. The comprehensive plan, however, allows institutional and office uses under the residential medium land use category. So in our comprehensive plan, we already have these uses permitted by the land use category. So this amendment adds the corresponding future land use categories to the C1 zoning in the land development code for the C1 zoning district, and clarifies the definition to ensure consistency. And that's exactly what I just mentioned. So if you see, these are 2 pages from our comprehensive plan, future land use category. One is the residential medium, the other one is commercial neighborhood. Both of these categories, they do permit the institutional uses subject to some acreage threshold. So this amendment was reviewed against the 3 conditions outlined in section 3.13.2 of the Land Development Code. This amendment complies with the comprehensive plan and advances the purpose of the Land Development Code. The C1 district is intended to serve the daily, retail, and professional services needs of the surrounding neighborhood. Institutional uses defined as public, private, quasi-public facilities such as educational, medical, governmental, civic, and religious uses. Those are schools, courthouses, community centers, and churches are compatible with and consistent with this intent. This amendment will continue to promote the community welfare. The amendment allows certain uses in the city of Oldsmar to better serve the residents' needs while maintaining appropriate oversight. And the conditional use application will include the site plan reviewed by the Technical Review Committee and notice to surrounding property owners, ensuring transparency and accountability. And this amendment will not grant a special privilege to an individual property owner, as this amendment will be applied uniformly to all applicants throughout the city in the C1 commercial neighborhood zoning district. And as I mentioned, we only have 3 locations throughout the city. Our recommended motion, we recommend that the City Council adopt an ordinance amending Section 5.5.2, C1 Commercial Neighborhood District of the City of Oldsmar Land Development Code to allow institutional uses as conditional use subject to an acreage threshold, amending subsection 5.5.2.1 to update the corresponding land use categories, including office general and residential medium, and amending Article 2 definitions, Section 2.1 to include definitions for the institutional uses. And we're submitting our staff report into the record. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tatiana. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone here from the public who wishes to speak for or against this item? Okay, seeing none, we will close the public hearing. The chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? Any discussion? Okay. Seeing none, a roll call vote, please.
Vice Mayor Graber,
Yes.
Councilmember Tazewski,
Yes.
Councilmember Olmsted, Councilmember Swager,
Yes.
Mayor Gannon.
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-04 passes on a first reading with 5 votes for and 0 against.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Next item, Tom?
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, agenda item number 8 is consider adopting resolution 2026-04, revising the proclamation process. I'm going to go ahead and read that resolution by title only. Resolution 2026-04, resolution to the City Council of the City of Oldsmar, Florida, revising its ceremonial items policy, repealing resolution 2024-51, and providing for an effective date. So you remember at the recent council meeting, you asked for me to go ahead and prepare a revision to the ceremonial items policy. I would direct your attention to page 2 of the exhibit, which is actually page 61 of your packet. Under proclamation, we changed the language there, so it would read, council members or city staff may propose a proclamation subject to council approval. Proclamations will be listed on the agenda under consent docket for approval at the council meeting prior to their presentation. Approved proclamations will be presented by the mayor and/or council members on a rotating basis. That's the only change to the policy, is that language under proclamation.
Thank you so much, Tom. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a couple of seconds. Is there any discussion on this item?
I'm glad it's,
Reads better?
yeah,
Yeah.
I like the language, thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay, great, thank you so much, Tom, really appreciate that clarity. I think that will help a great deal. Sensing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Tom. And again, I love that cheerful tie. Happy St.
Well,
Patrick's
you
Day.
can say thank you to Faith, or I'll say thank you to Faith.
Oh, do thank her.
Yeah,
I'd
because
like
she
to.
pulled it out of the closet today.
Otherwise you
and
would've
said,
forgotten?
Yes, and you're going to wear this tonight.
Tell her everybody noticed, and it was a big hit.
She's probably listening to the meeting right now to see whether or not.
I bet it was a big hit. Okay, next on our agenda, our city manager, item number 9.
Item number 9 is presentation of the Public Art Master Plan. I would respectfully request that council postpone this item until the first meeting in May, which is May 5th.
Okay. Chair will entertain a motion to postpone.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion, couple of seconds again. Any discussion on this item? Sensing none, all those in favor signified by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you so much. We'll move right on to item number 10.
Item number 10 is to consider service level options for residential solid waste collection. I invite Cindy Nuno, Director of Administrative Services, up to the lectern for a presentation.
Hi, Cindy.
Okay, good evening, council, mayor, vice mayor. I'm Cindy Nuno, the Administrative Services Director for the City of Oldsmar. And over the years, we've had a very good working relationship with Coastal Waste and Recycling. And looking ahead, our contract with Coastal will be expiring on September 30th, 2026. Looking ahead, we've been discussing the contract renewal with them and different options. So tonight, the purpose of my presentation is to give you an update on the contract renewal discussions with Coastal. We want to review some solid waste industry cost pressures that are affecting any kind of rate increases, evaluate residential service options that Coastal has provided us, and then receive council guidance on preferred service level options for our residential customers for the renewal. Okay, so current contract overview. In 2021, the city issued an RFP for solid waste collection services. The 5-year contract was awarded to Orion Waste Solutions, which was later acquired by Coastal Waste and Recycling. The agreement runs through September 30th, 2026, and includes 2 optional 5-year extensions. The original contract pricing to the city was very favorable, with only about an 8% residential increase to the city over the 5-year period. Due to this favorable pricing we originally received, the city was able to cover the modest increases using fund reserves, and we did not need to increase the customer rates. Current status is, again, the contract expires September 30th, and the contract does allow for us to exercise a 5-year extension. Staff has begun discussions with Coastal regarding an extension. Preliminary pricing provided by Coastal that includes phased adjustments in the first 2 years to catch up with actual costs, as the 8% increase over the last 5 years has not kept pace with the actual cost to provide the service. After the initial price adjustments in the first 2 years, the pricing model will move to a more predictable formula-based structure in the later years. Okay, industry cost pressures. There's several factors that are cost drivers for the higher cost. First of all is disposal cost. They're increasing due to the Pinellas County tipping fee projections that will increase 8% over the next couple years. Tipping fees are expected to continue increasing, which I think are still under consideration. The county is still talking about that. Labor costs have risen due to CDL driver shortages across the industry. Specialized collection vehicles, as you can imagine, have increased in cost significantly over the course of the contract. And fuel, great deal of uncertainty there right now. Never know what the price is going to be at this point in time. Okay, they've given us proposed renewal rate adjustment, but before we get into that, I wanted to kind of go through, explain how the pricing structure would work during the extension period. The contractor proposed separating future rate adjustments into 2 categories: disposal costs and collection cost. Disposal costs represent about 35% of the total of the cost charged to the city and would adjust based on the county tipping fees. Collection costs represent about 65% of the cost charged to the city and would adjust annually based on a CPI with a cap of 5% per year. This includes labor, equipment, fuel, and operational cost. This structure creates a more transparent and predictable pricing model. Rather than simply presenting the contractor's proposed increase, staff evaluated potential impacts to the residents and explored some options that may help to moderate costs while maintaining core service levels. Okay, residential service options. Based on the analysis, the contractor and staff developed 3 residential options. The options vary primarily based on the frequency of bulk pickup and operational efficiencies. First option, maintain the current level of service, which is twice a week garbage pickup, once a week recycling, and then bulk pickup is done on a weekly basis with the regular service. Reduce bulk collection, I'll get into the details in the next few slides, but in this option, bulk waste will be reduced to once a month pickup. The third option would include the reduced bulk waste pickup and then route optimization for greater efficiency. Okay, a little bit deeper dive, option 1. It maintains the current level of service for the residents that the residents receive today, including the bulk waste. Because this option keeps all services unchanged, it results in a little bit higher projected rate increases to the customers. Year 1 projected increase would be from $20 per month to $25.25, an increase of about $5.25. Year 2 projected increase would be from $25.25 to $30.81 per month, an increase of $5.56. The next option, option 2, maintains the core weekly services that residents rely on the most, garbage and recycling, while reducing frequency of bulk collection to once a month. This change lowers operational costs and results in a smaller rate increase for the customers, about 75 cents per month over option 1. If selected, this option in year 1 projected increase would be from $20 a month to $24.50 a month. Year 2 would go from $24.50 to $29.16 per month. The third option includes monthly bulk pickup and route optimization that eliminates the Saturday collection for certain areas. These changes produce the lowest projected rate increase among the options. However, route changes may be required to adjust to new collection days. It saves about $1.50 a month over option 1, which is the current level of service. So if selected, option 3, year 1, projected increase would go from $20 a month to $23.75 a month. Year 2 would go from $23.75 to $27.31 per month. Okay, just as it may seem like I'm repeating everything over the options over and over again, but there's kind of a lot to them, so just kind of bear with me. But
Yeah, I was going to actually ask you to go back, but now I don't need to, so thank you.
Okay,
This is
thanks.
perfect, yes.
Okay, so to summarize, the proposed extension pricing reflects market adjustments for the first 2 years to effectively catch up, while the actual cost of providing the service, followed by annual adjustments based on actual operating increases discussed earlier in the presentation and a CPI adjustment. So again, option 1 maintains the current level of service. Option 2 reduces bulk to 1 time a month. Option 3 reduces bulk and optimizes the routes. We are expecting similar increases to the commercial service as well. That was really expected. We'll discuss that later. Let's see. Okay, here's another look at a comparison chart. This side-by-side comparison of the 3 residential service options that staff has evaluated. All 3 residential options maintain the same core services, twice a week trash pickup, and then once a week recycling. The primary differences between the options relate to frequency of bulk waste pickup and potential operational efficiencies and route changes. Okay, looking at our historical rates, just to kind of put everything in perspective. In fiscal year 2009, the rate was increased to $16.25. Fiscal year 2016, increased to $17.25. 2018, increased to $18 per month. In 2021, it increased to $20 per month. And due to our contractual relationships with the solid waste haulers over the years, we've been able to maintain stable rates for our customers. Although rate increase was expected for fiscal year 27, we didn't know what it would be, and we didn't want to raise the rates to our customers prematurely. Okay, here's what everybody wants to see. Even with the rate increases at October 1st, Oldsmar's residential solid waste rates will be competitive with our neighbors and still among the lowest in the area. Our service includes twice-a-week pickup, while some of the others only have once-a-week collection. As you can see the numbers in the charts.
Oh, I see, so the 1, the 1, 2, 1, 2, okay.
Right. So the 1 and the 2 would be the service, number of times per week for the collections. So Lakeland it's not one of our neighbors, but Safety Harbor has once-a-week collection, Dunedin has once-a-week collection, Clearwater has once-a-week collection. So that's a big difference. Dunedin is actually planning to increase their solid waste rates to $30.40 effective April 1st, and that is reflected in the chart. Okay, so staff is requesting council direction on preferred residential service options. Again, option 1 would be maintain the current level of service. Option 2, reduce bulk waste frequency. Option 3, route optimization and reduce bulk waste frequency. Council's direction will allow the staff to continue negotiations with the contractor and finalize extension terms with Coastal Waste and prepare for any necessary adjustment to residential rates for fiscal year 26-27. Evan August and Wayne Zahn are here from Coastal Waste to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Before we dig into this, can we have any questions for Cindy?
Yeah,
Does
absolutely.
anybody have any questions for Cindy at this point?
I do.
I thought yeah, go ahead.
Can you speak to, or maybe, I don't know if this is a question for you or for maybe them, speak to the route optimization, that option 3, what does that look like?
Currently, there are certain routes, I think Gull Air was one of them, where they pick up on Thursday and Saturday? Wednesday and Saturday. So the route optimization would change the route so there was no Saturday pickup. So the pickups would be for all the routes. Monday and Tuesday would be solid waste, Wednesday recycling. Is that correct?
So it would go
Can we invite you
Yeah, come
please
on.
up here so that we can ensure we're capturing everything for the audio record? Thank you so much.
Sorry, good evening and
Not
thank
at all.
you.
Please introduce yourself.
Evan August
with coastal waste and recycling. So right now, recycling, we have a automated side load truck that runs Monday through Friday and does all the recycling. The MSW and the bulk go Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday. So the optimization would be, we would take the Wednesday, Saturday, and right now it's being run with rear load trucks. We would use automated side load trucks, and, and then actually blend those routes over into Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday.
Okay, because Saturday is eliminated, so we got to put it somewhere.
Right. The bulk would actually, if it was the limited bulk where it was one time a month, we would schedule it out, and that's when the bulk would get run, not with the regular, because we would change the trucks for the optimization.
Understood.
So on the customer end, so like from the perspective of our residents, their trash can may be sitting at the curb longer because you're doing more homes within the week?
Well, with
and
that,
less split?
it would take more communication.
Okay.
So it's not that it would be sitting there longer. They would just, the Wednesday, Saturday would get converted to either Monday, Thursday, or
An
Tuesday,
adjustment
Friday.
of the days.
Yeah,
Got
it would be a day adjustment for that group of customers.
Okay, thank you.
Which I believe includes us.
It does include us?
Yep.
That's why I'm curious. I need to know.
Any other questions while I'm?
Did anybody have any other questions?
I don't think so. I think that
I thought Cindy's presentation was very clear as to what it is that we're being asked to do, so I didn't have any specific questions at all.
Thank you so much, both of you. Sounds like it's on us now. Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It says recommended motion approve service level, but I can't very well ask for a motion to approve something that we have not yet selected, but I'd like to discuss this, so
You can do a motion to
select one of them.
select one of the options and discuss it, and you can vote it up or down.
Okay.
Do a motion to approve option 1, current service.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for option 1. Let's discuss. Vice Mayor.
Thank you. My main concern is the bulk waste going down to once a month, and the reason that I say that is because we have a lot of renters,
Yes.
and so when they move out, there's some stuff they're not going to take with them. And so if it was just bulk waste day and we're looking at potentially a mattress or a box spring, but it's there for potentially a month, or even if it's a dresser or something, but then it starts to rain, I think that as silly as it may sound, everybody's going to notice and be asking us, why'd you do that? It's like, well, we saved you $2 a month. We could have kept the service the same, but it's cheaper. So especially now, especially in the times that we're in, I want to save as much money for our residents as possible. I just think of it from a practical standpoint, where it's, yes, it's an increase of $5.25, but you don't skip a beat in your service. Like Councilmember Tarzaski and I were just saying, we're the Wednesday, Saturday route, so that means it's got to be something else, and we'll have all of our neighbors looking at us and saying, what is going on? I didn't get a letter. Like, I don't know what's going, I don't read my mail. Why is my trash still sitting there? So my preferred way to move forward, and I think, and especially Cindy, thank you for showing the graph, because I literally, as you were about to show it, I said, from what I understand, Oldsmar still has among the lowest fees. I was literally writing it down what you were about to say. We're still low. And it's twice a week, which I find to really helpful, especially in a house with, kids. Like, you generate a lot of trash, you gotta get it out. So that's where I am. And again, it was just a practical consideration. I understand it is a cost increase. I don't think that was unexpected. And the fact that it's relatively low, it gives me even more encouragement that that's the proper decision to make. That's all I have.
You have any comments, Councilmember Tarzaski?
Yes, I tend to come from the same viewpoint as you, Vice Mayor. I had written down the same thing. I have concerns that it becomes a code enforcement issue.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So we all know that was a bigger topic about 6 months ago. So that's quieted down fairly recently. And I would like to avoid that firing back up. So I agree that it is an increase. I do want to acknowledge, I understand that there are people on fixed incomes, and I want to be careful about the amount of fees that we're increasing. I am looking at that. We are trying to be careful. But I don't feel like that this is the scenario we should cut back on. So I would lean towards selecting option 1 and keeping things consistent for our residents.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Swager?
So, correct me if I'm wrong, this is another 5-year renewal?
Correct.
Okay. And with the increases in years 2 and 3, on that graph, just the comparison, the rate comparison survey, I don't have it in front of me, but I thought I remembered like a $32 number, but.
Safety Harbor.
Safety
Yeah,
Harbor.
Safety Harbor was at 1 collection per week at 32.
Okay, yeah, so if we'll essentially be mid-tier at that point, once the rates increase in 2 and 3. I mean,
Yeah, we'll still be on the low end,
yeah. So,
you know, because everybody else's rates are going up as well.
right, I was just gonna say, yeah, so.
So I think, you know, we're not, I don't know if we're gonna get to mid-pack, but, you know,
That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilmember Olmsted?
Yeah, I'm very simple. My trash is always emptied on the day it's supposed to be, so kudos to us. And I think not changing something that's not built in is a good idea always. So I'd say number 1.
Thank you so much. Yes, I tend to agree with all of the sentiments expressed there. There is no way around an increase, as we saw in the chart. Thank you, Cindy. I know it felt repetitive for you, but for us, that was very nice to see it all laid out. So if it's $2 this way or $3 this way, and eventually all kind of ending up within the same $5 range, unfortunately, I think we need to, come to terms with the fact that we need to, there is going to be an increase. And one of the very few services that our customers, our residents, absolutely, without a doubt, expect is that, and fairly enough, that their trash will be picked up. I think it would be a substantial inconvenience to reduce bulk waste. I think it would also be an inconvenience to remove Saturday pickup. I mean, we get calls when we get missed trash pickups, and it's a holiday. And people, did you know it was a holiday? It doesn't matter. And I get that, right? People have an expectation. We try to meet those expectations, but this is one of the core services that we provide. I appreciate that, Cindy, that you and Coastal have come forward with this these different options so that we could weigh in on this. This is nice, the kind of collaborative work that you're doing so that we can see what's actually happening behind the scenes as opposed to just, here's where we're at, thumbs up, thumbs down. But yes, I tend to.
give a shout out to Amy Ratliff.
Go for it. Yeah,
pulling all this stuff together.
Amy
She
always.
did a great job. So.
Amy always. She's got those little footnotes and the ACFR. I'm looking at you, I know. So I thank you for the presentation, and if there is no further comment.
Just one more comment. I have to say that the drivers are the nicest guys. They wave as you go by.
They really are.
They're really great, so thank you very much. Thank you.
They wave to my kids all the time, too.
Yeah,
Whenever we go
they're
by,
so
they're like,
nice.
roll down that window.
They stop, they're polite, it's just, it's nice. Anyway, it's good to hear.
But they're expensive, apparently. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And worth every penny.
Sensing no further discussion, all those in favor of option 1 as discussed, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you, folks, for coming tonight. Okay, the next item on our agenda, city manager.
Is to consider adopting Resolution 2026-03, amending the Planning and Redevelopment Fee Schedule. I will read the resolution by title only. Resolution 2026-03, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Oldsmar, Florida, amending its Planning and Redevelopment Fee Schedule to provide that the city manager may waive fees, repealing Resolution 2024-38, and all other resolutions in conflict herewith, and providing for an effective date hereof. The city's planning and redevelopment fees have been reviewed and updated periodically to adjust existing fees and to implement new fees as necessary. The city recently received a request from a resident to waive the local review fee due to circumstances beyond the customer's control. This specifically related to Elevate Florida. The city council had waived the fees previously for a specified period of time. They were busy making an application up to the state, and so now they're ready to build, and they asked for a fee waiver. So the current resolution does not allow for me to waive those fees under any circumstance. So the city attorney reviewed the resolution and proposed removing the restriction that limits fee waivers to governmental agencies. I can waive them for other governments. And then based on this review, staff recommends approval of the proposed amendment to allow the city manager flexibility to waive fees for non-governmental applicants under extraordinary circumstances. Staff recommends approval.
Okay, thank you. Chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item?
No, I think it's a good idea. I like the idea that we can give our city manager the option to operate with kindness and empathy if the situations very specifically allows, so.
I think when it pertained to hurricane fees, permit fees, I think the county extended the period for no fees. But some people just got caught in the in-between while waiting for Elevate Florida, so agree. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Is to consider approval of the revision to the list of potential projects from proceeds from the fourth penny for Pinellas. On August 2nd, 2022, the City Council approved a revised list of projects to be potentially funded with proceeds from the Pinellas County Local Infrastructure Sales Surtax, better known as Penny for Pinellas. The fourth, which is our current, runs from 2020 to 2030 and is intended to fund long-term capital infrastructure projects that support our local community. Since Council's approval of the revised project list in 2022, several factors have changed. Project priorities have been updated, costs have increased, and the city has received grant funding for a few of the major capital projects. As a result, staff must continue to identify flexible funding sources to help complete these projects. To address these changes and maintain fiscal flexibility to appropriately allocate funds for upcoming projects, staff is recommending a revision to the conceptual project list for the fourth penny. Updating this list will allow the city to align penny funds with current council priorities and emerging capital needs over the course of the remaining fourth penny. While the list of projects is not legally binding or guaranteed to be funded by penny funds, as there's no guarantee on the amount of the funds that the city will receive from the fourth penny revenue, it presents a framework of project priorities for staff to utilize in recommending uses of the funds to the city council during the city's annual budget process. And so the revisions are as follows. In Parks and Recreation, citywide park improvements, we added a new project category to authorize the use of penny monies to fund park improvement projects throughout the city. A community theater, this project's been omitted in this list as it's no longer reflected in the current capital program. Douglas Road, the project scope is significantly reduced to only include resurfacing and other improvements. Stormwater system improvements, this description has been expanded to include projects identified in our new stormwater master plan, which is in the final stages of completion. Complete streets, we added flexibility to fund future street and sidewalk improvements through the CIP process beyond the original St. Petersburg Drive project. And city facilities, added a project category that will allow funds to be utilized to upgrade city-owned facilities and other infrastructures. And this would potentially include the construction of a new city administration building that will serve as the emergency operations center. The list is attached and detailed, and staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Felicia. Chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? No. Okay, so saying none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you so much. Our next item.
Is to consider authorizing the city attorney to draft a resolution and an ordinance regarding the use of city-specific logos. So in June 2024, the council approved ordinance 2024-13 to provide for the prohibition of certain uses of city logos and slogans. It's requested that the city council formally adopt a policy regulating the use of city-specific logos as attached. And these logos are the BMX logos and different iteration of our BMX logos for Oldsmar Supercross, iterations of the Oldsmar Historical Collection, and then also for Fire and Rescue has a specific logo that Fire Rescue uses. And so these specific logos would be considered part of the city's code of ordinances specifying the prohibition of use as follows. The manufacture, use, display, and other employment or any facsimile or reproduction of the city logos or slogans except for approved use by city officials, employees, or outside organizations consistent with the adopted city council policy is a violation of this code, punishable as provided in section 1-15. If approved, the city attorney will draft both the resolution and an ordinance to amend the city's code of ordinances. Staff recommends approval.
Thank you, Felicia. The chair will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item? I look at these pictures and I am reminded how much I love our logos, right? I love BMX. I remember when Mark came up with that. It's beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for bringing this forward. Sensing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you so much. Next item on the agenda, our city clerk, Ms. Garcia.
I have no items this evening, Mayor.
Oh, well, that's okay. It's still great to see you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda, consider appointment of vice mayor to serve March 17 through March 16, 2027. Per Article 3, Section 3.05 of the city charter, the mayor shall select from among the council members a vice mayor who shall hold such position upon approval by the majority of the city council. Selection of the vice mayor shall be done annually at the second regular meeting of the city council in the month of March. The vice mayor shall act as mayor during absence or inability of the mayor to perform the duties of the mayor. I have asked current Vice Mayor Steve Graber if he will continue to serve in his capacity as Vice Mayor, and he has graciously agreed, so the chair will entertain a motion to approve same.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item?
Thank you, everyone. For hopefully, if it's the pleasure of the council.
Don't count your chair
Allowing me,
rocks.
I know, I can't count my votes until I get them, but yeah, just thank you all so very much. It's been an honor and will continue to be. Thank you.
Sensing no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, the next item on our agenda is our council comments. Let's start down here with our festive.
He is very festive. Everybody's
I
festive.
love the
except
tie.
me.
Councilman Swager, you look the part today. Happy St.
You
Patrick's
got a
Day.
green pennant.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Mayor.
You got
Oh,
socks too?
yeah, I'm not
Show
about
it,
to-
Show it, show it, do it,
Do it.
do it. All right, we'll look at them after.
Yeah,
We'll look at
next
them
time.
after. Okay.
No. Thank you, Mayor. The only thing I have to mention besides Happy St. Patrick's Day is looking forward to the extravaganza
Oh, yes.
with the
Nice.
little ones. It's always a great time. A lot of events going on. The egg hunt, right? I think we mentioned before, they're just everywhere, so it's not really a hunt.
Is
but
it really? Yeah, it's not
know.
really a
My favorite part is the countdown, 5, 4, and they're already gone. I've got videos every year. It's just such a great time. So looking forward to that. But that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Olmsted?
So I just wanted to say I attended the Armadillo race and started off the 5K. That was great. I saw a lot of our community running and winning awards, right? Yeah, so that was fun. I started the 5K and the 1K, so that was neat. And then I did enjoy the Little League. I love seeing all of them playing baseball out there. That's fun.
I heard a rumor you threw the softball. Did you throw the softball?
Yes, I did a great job. I almost made it to the place.
Me too. I had to try again.
I didn't try again. I just, yeah.
All right, I was the only one who tried again.
I walked away in shame. Happy about it. Yeah, I throw like. But anyway, yeah, and I'm enjoying. So I will not be here at the next meeting. Actually,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to see my granddaughter, whose birthday is the day after Easter.
Oh, how nice.
So I'm going up to Indiana and I'll be gone for a couple of weeks, so, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and happy St. Patrick's Day to you. You look
Yes,
quite
happy
festive.
St. Patrick's Day.
Councilmember Tadasescu.
Yes, I also was at the Armadillo race, so I had a good time running first thing in the morning.
Nice.
I did
good
not
job.
place. I came in fourth place. There's only 3 for each age group, and I was fourth.
Hey,
I know.
You were
that
out,
was
you were
it was
out
like,
there.
If somebody had just run a little slower,
You
I
were
might
out
have
there.
placed. No, it was good. I don't run it to place. I do it to support our community, and I rarely place, as Councilmember Swagger knows from our last challenge. So, yeah, I just do it for fun. But I had a good time. It was like the perfect weather. Nice and cool. You weren't too, I'm seeing nods from the audience. It wasn't too hot. Usually 5Ks in Florida are very intense and hot, and this one was nice and cool, had a beautiful view. I went afterwards and still had energy to go to Kite Day over at Sheffield Park, so that was really fun. It was a good event. They had little kites and markers for kids to decorate them, write their names on them, and send them up. It wasn't the windiest day, but we did get kites up. So, and some of them went way up there. If you got far enough up, it would stay, but it was a lot of work to get to that point. But it was a fun event, and that's the first time I had ever had a chance to go.
Nice.
So, yeah, that was a good time. And then I'm looking forward to Beetlejuice. So, yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. And now that I can say thank you, everyone, for saying I could be vice mayor again.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome again.
Tom, that is a fantastic tie.
I know. I keep looking over.
It is great. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I have to say, I've had many different iterations of St. Patrick's Day throughout my life, I'm sure, as we all have, but this is the first one where I discussed the allocation of penny for Pinellas funds, so that was a different experience. I do want to apologize, everybody's here for spring break, and whatever it was at 40 degrees this morning, my kids were absolutely furious. They had their hearts set on going to the pool. And they were just like, but if it warms up, and Kelly and I were just like, it's not warming up. It's not a pool day, so. But they will be fine, but they were pretty aggravated. But before we meet again, the Graber household will have an 8-year-old. Our son turns 8, if you can believe it. The very first time I stepped into the council chamber to be on the Board of Adjustment, I was interviewing, and I mentioned that my kids were 3 and 1. So that 1 is now 8. So it's just kind of mind-blowing to me, but happy birthday, big guy. That's all I had, Mayor. Thank you.
Wow, that is amazing. Couple things, as our city clerk mentioned, lots of great events coming up for the upcoming holiday extravaganza season. I appreciate the announcement from Ms. Coy as well regarding services with CUMC. Come early, right? So if you're coming to the extravaganza, the eggs will be gone immediately. So I would suggest coming actually like 20, 30 minutes early before the scheduled time of the event. There's nothing worse than showing up and the children say, where's the eggs? And they're already gone. And, you know, the city staff does a great job of marking off, like, this is for the little kids, this is for the medium kids, and this is for, you know, the older kids, but it doesn't matter. It's not a hunt. It is a dart and grab. But it's always a fabulous event. I know city staff puts a lot of work into that, and other events such as Kite Day, which is always wonderful to have. Excuse me, I'm having issues. Another event coming up that you guys might not know about, the BMX Gold Cup race on Saturday, April 4th at the sports complex. I always like to tell people when there's events going on for BMX, because a lot of people don't know. Unless you're into the sport, you might not necessarily follow it. But always really cool to be out there. We saw them practicing when we were there for the soft opening of Little League. It might not have been the big shebang those kiddos deserve, but we did our best. We did our best. I did throw the ball twice. The first time it was not good. But you know, every year it's something different, and the point is to make it fun for the kids. And I think that they still had a really great day. So again, thank you to city staff for working with Little League and ensuring that they still got something to celebrate the opening. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. Happy birthday to Jude as well. What day is the actual birthday?
I mean, we're using his name and his actual birthday. I mean, I can tell you later.
Okay, you can just tell me later. Sorry. My bad. Okay,
It's before the next meeting.
don't make it awkward, Graber. The meeting isn't
I
over
did-
yet.
I
Do you
was
want me to
sitting here-
revoke anything?
I was sitting here quietly. The motion's already passed.
And moving on. Next item on the agenda is consider approval of the tentative agenda for the April 7th, 2026 council meeting. The chair will entertain a motion to approve if somebody adds, excuse Cindy Olmsted from the April 7th meeting.
I'd like to add something there. Request to excuse the absence of Councilmember Olmsted from the April 7th, 2026 city
I'm sorry,
council.
you need to make a motion to approve the,
I'd like to add that, but if it's okay. A motion to approve the tentative agenda as amended.
okay, I'll take that.
Second.
We've got a couple of seconds. Okay, all those in favor signified by saying, I'm sorry, any discussion on this matter?
No.
No, we're done.
Go
We're all done. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Oh, you guys are slow with the seconds tonight. I can't take this. We have to get better. There is no, I have a motion and a second. There is no vote required. We are adjourned. Thank you so much, everybody.
You know, it's nice to see Sean and Tom in their